Today, we're going to learn about something really important that banks have to do. It's called meeting capital requirements to pass government stress tests. Sounds complicated? Don't worry, we'll break it down together. 1. What is capital? First, let's talk about what capital is. Imagine you have a piggy bank where you keep some of your money safe. For banks, capital is like their piggy bank. It's the money they set aside to keep the bank safe and strong. This money comes from the bank's owners and any profits they make. It's like a safety cushion to make sure the bank can handle tough times. 2. Why do banks need capital? Why do banks need this safety cushion? Well, just like how you save money for emergencies, banks need capital to protect themselves when things go wrong. Like if lots of people can't pay back their loans. Capital helps the bank stay safe and keep running smoothly, even during tough times. 3. What are stress tests? Now let's talk about stress tests. Think of a stress test like a big exam that the government gives to banks. The government wants to make sure that banks have enough capital to handle really tough situations, like a bad economy. These tests check if the bank has enough capital to keep going, even if lots of bad things happen at once. 4. How much capital is needed? So how much capital does a bank need? The government sets rules to make sure banks have enough. This is usually a certain percentage of the bank's assets, like loans and investments. Imagine you need to keep at least 10% of your allowance in your piggy bank to feel safe. It's the same for banks, but their percentage might be different based on the rules. 5. What happens? If a bank doesn't have enough capital, it might not pass the stress test. This means it could be at risk if bad things happen. The government might ask the bank to get more capital, like asking you to save more of your allowance to stay safe. So to keep it simple, capital is like a bank's emergency money. Stress tests are like exams to make sure banks are safe and have enough capital to handle tough times. And the amount of capital needed is set by the government to keep everything running smoothly.